Hello, my name is Sashah Handal and I am from New York. I'm a runner, a trainer, a baker, and a nutritionist, and your host for this episode of Alt Baking Bootcamp with Well+Good. Today we're gonna make something really special, a high protein pumpkin pecan loaf that you can enjoy in any season, anytime, and it is sure to fill you up and power you through your day. Okay, so you're going to want to start by creaming your sugar and your eggs together first. I am going to put all of my eggs into one bowl and then put them directly into the mixer, add the sugar, give it a whirl, make it nice, light, and airy, and then we'll start to add the rest of the ingredients. You could technically do this with your hand and a whisk, but the idea is that you generate lots of air with the whisking of the eggs and the sugar together, that it really allows your loaf to rise once it's baking. And truly the way that you do that the best is with an electric mixer. Great, no shells. So we'll put those directly into your KitchenAid or your standing mixer of whatever sort. I'm using coconut sugar. It's just very important that you whisk the eggs and the sugar together first for at least 2 to 3 minutes. Okay. Amazing. So we've had it whisking on high for about 2 minutes, and you should see it almost like get a little frothy, and that's how you know the sugar is starting to dissolve into the eggs and the egg yolks. Next, we're going to add our very ripe banana, which will not only lend to texture, but add lots of sweetness, lots of potassium, and all of the nutrients you would find in your banana otherwise. It's not the most appealing, pun intended, but once you just get it out of its little peel here, right in there, then you don't have to look at it anymore. Then we're gonna go ahead and add our pumpkin. So you'll just whisk that until it's fully immersed into your egg sugar combination. Great. So most of our wets are now mixed together in the mixer, and the only thing that I'm going to hold off on is my vanilla and my melted coconut oil. I melted this over a flame on the stove, very carefully I might add, and I just wanna make sure that it's not hot, because if it's too hot, it'll actually cook the eggs, and what we wanna do is just add fat and have it bind rather than make scrambled eggs in my pumpkin loaf. We do not want that. Wonderful, so now we've got this fun combination of flours. I'm using millet, almond, and a little bit of coconut. And really, if you wanted to, you could go just millet, you could do just almond. I would not advise to do just coconut flour because it's a very dense flour, and it absorbs lots of the liquid, and it'll just kind of be a very dense, hard loaf, which is not what we want. We want something light and airy, which is why I opted for this combination. I've got the rest of my dry ingredients, so all my spices and my leavener, and I'm gonna put that right into the mixer. And I sifted my flour to make sure there were no lumps before it goes into the mixer, and you're gonna wanna do the same thing at home. As always, scrape down your sides. It's really important, especially when you add the flour mixture, just because you wanna make sure that all of the baking soda and all of the spices get fully incorporated and not stuck at the bottom. I'm gonna add my vanilla in now as well. And then next we'll do the coconut oil. Now I'm gonna add my coconut oil while this continues to mix on low speed. We love coconut oil. The last thing that we're gonna add are your pecans, which I like to do whole pecans, just because I like when I bite into a piece of the loaf to just have that nice crunch kind of concentrated in one area rather than a bunch of little ones, but it's really a matter of preference, so you can always chop them up and make them smaller. What I'm gonna do rather than mixing my nuts in is just fold them in, because you don't really need to continue to work this batter. So right on in, fold them, give it a nice stir. And once you folded in all your pecans, the batter is all good to go. And now it's time to bake. I'll be right back. Loaf pan is ready. I've got some sugar to sprinkle on top, and the oven is preheating to 350. So all that's left is to transfer it into the pan and put it in the oven. You want definitely a relatively thick consistency here. You've got these really starchy additions like pumpkin and banana that are gonna make it like a very thick cake batter, so don't worry if you're looking at lots of beautiful chunks in here. And then we'll just add our sugar and pop her in the oven. In the oven we go. Oh, I didn't see you there. We just got her out of the oven and she smells divine. I know you're going to want to go right in for a bite, but I'm gonna need you to let this rest for at least 45 minutes. Remember, patience is a virtue. All right, nice and cool. And again, you can thank me later for using the parchment paper because look at how easy it was to take it right out of your loaf pan. All right, I've got a nifty serrated knife here and we're just gonna go right in for it. I tend to like the center of the loaf, so I'm just gonna be very faux pas and cut right through the middle. You can see all of these beautiful pecans layered. It's almost like got a very moist crumb, similar to like a banana bread, and all of that delicious kind of chewy texture is coming from the pumpkin and the ripe banana that we used. Got lots of crunchy sugar on top, and I'm so excited to eat this. Oh my God. All right. It's a really big bite. It'll be worth it. Oh my God, so good. The flours that we use are just so high in protein, so they tend to be a little bit denser, but pairing those with the moisture of the banana and the pumpkin, it makes for this beautiful texture that's almost like unachievable any other way. And it like crumbles right onto your plate, which is what you want in a loaf. That is your high protein pumpkin pecan loaf that you can enjoy any time of the year, any time of the day, and it'll just put the biggest smile on your face. Give it a try. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. And for more yummy recipes like this one, please subscribe to Well+Good. See you later.